Today, I'm putting my foot down. I'm standing up on my podium. I'm going to speak my truth, even though it's not really a truth. It's definitely opinion take here. But anyways, regardless though, I'm going to be discussing the fact that the Minecraft movie is probably going to be the worst movie ever made. And yes, when I say movie, I mean movie. Not video game movie, not kids movie. No, I'm talking about a piece of cinematic literature and how it is going to be the worst conceivable thing that has ever been created, like worse than I don't know, worse than The Room by Tommy Wiseau, even though that movie is absolute peak and this guy has zero connection to the server and somehow I'm going to lose and win at the same. Okay, I don't know what that whole sequence of events was. Now, pretty narcissistically, I would call myself a distinguished connoisseur of the film medium. You know, I enjoy movies. I enjoy movies a little bit more than most people do. I have, you know, all the qualifications. But, you know, I like watching movies. I have a letterbox and all that type of stuff, so I can consider myself, you know, a pretty distinguished connoisseur, as I said before, regarding the film medium. And in my personal opinion, this movie is going to be one of the worst movies ever made, like I said before. And why do I think this way? Well, let's just take 2 seconds here, you know, really dial it back, breathe in, breathe out. I'm just going to stop moving here, and I'm probably going to get comboed off the face of the earth. We're going to breathe in, we're going to breathe out, and we are going to think long and hard about this movie, because think about other movies, like other very bad video game movies. Like a prime example for this is the Sonic movie. You know, when it was first unveiled, everybody was like, oh my goodness, this movie looks ugly, it's awful, it's gonna suck, it's gonna be terrible. And Sega actually listened. Sega was like, oh my gosh, everybody hates our movie, and you know, obviously we want to make something that's, you know, like sentient. You know, we don't want to make something that's just gonna piss a bunch of people off. So they went back and they changed it, and now the Sonic movie have become a trilogy and have become some of the greatest pieces in cinematic video game masterpiece. I don't know. I enjoy the Sonic 3 movie. As a Sonic fan and as a, you know, casual moviegoer, I guess it was a fun time to say the least. But the Minecraft movie in any way, shape, or form is not at all going to capture that same magic. Well, like taking a pretty objective look at it, does anybody truthfully think that this movie is going to be good? I mean, first of all, it's live action. It just doesn't look like Minecraft in any way, shape, or form. Like, you know those cursed, like, videos of people making, like, I don't know, uber realistic Minecraft, and it just ends up looking, like, super uncanny and all that type of stuff? That's what the movie looks like, and I don't know why they took this approach. I don't know why the movie is live action, but it also isn't. The only live action elements are, like, the actors themselves, like Jack Black and whatnot, and everything else is like a photorealistic version of how they appear in game, which just doesn't look good in any way, shape, or form. Like, there's tons of different ways that they could have gone about that. Like, you know, all the trailers with like the, I don't know what that style is, I think it's called like cell shaded designs or whatever, but like the super simplified versions of all the Minecraft characters and mobs and all that type of stuff. Like, why didn't they go for that instead of I don't know, whatever their live action appearance of the game is? Because as of right now, like I said, it just looks extremely uncanny and frankly really ugly. And even what we do know about the movie, it's literally just Jack Black naming Minecraft items from the game. Like, there's a bunch of videos and memes and all that type of stuff of people just making compilations of Jack Black saying the Nether and Flint and Steel and this guy hit me off. And of course, like I said, this isn't entirely indicative of the movie, but I mean, the trailers are kind of supposed to be like a summary of how the movie is going to be, obviously without any like major plot twists or plot points or anything like that. But considering on how the movie, as we've seen it, is literally just Jack Black just saying one-liners, like literally being the embodiment of like Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson, you know, like speaking in PR tongue, like the Nether, and I don't know, just the most like safe for work, unambiguous, just one line. I don't know. It's just a very like not dense movie is the not dentist way I could have put that. Now, I guess you can make the argument that's like, oh, well, Mojang is just playing into the fact that that movie is bad and it's just a total joke because maybe it'll generate more PR and all that type of stuff, and like the whole like weird mantra of, oh, like any reaction or whatever is good press or something like that, like all press is good press or something like that, that like whatever, the thing that negates like all press is good even if it's like bad PR. I don't know, you get what I'm saying. It's not in my mouth or in my brain right now, but you kind of know what I'm, you know, picking. Are you picking up what I'm putting down? Maybe you're not. I don't even know. I'm just slowly meandering my way over to this guy's base, and he placed all the blocks in his bed, making my life just absolutely suck. Thank you very much. But is that really a good thing, like, long term? And I'm pretty sure we are all semi-aware on how, like, Mojang isn't, like, the greatest at making decisions for the most part. I don't know what this guy's strategy was. Oh my god, it's actually gonna work. Please, please do not do the things that result in things that do not go well for me. I would sincerely appreciate it if that wasn't the case. Like, short term, sure, if you get everybody to see your crappy movie, then maybe it's like fine, you know, in the short term, because everybody's just, I don't know, you get that bag, you get that dough. Mojang wins, and everybody else kind of loses, because, like, think about it, for the consumer, for the kids, for the diehard Minecraft fans that have been playing since, like, 2010 or whatever, like, just for everybody else, it just doesn't seem like a good thing. Like, this is what Minecraft was building up to. The Minecraft movie that has been rumored since, like, 2013, 2012 or something like that, when Notch was still, like, associated with the game and that type of stuff. The movie that has pretty much been in the works for, like, the past 10 years, and this is what it's netted. Jack Black just running around in, like, uncanny live action, I don't even know, like, saying one-liners or something like that. And of course there is the reality of the situation. Like, you know, it's a Minecraft movie. It's not going to be the most, like, you know, cinematically intelligent, like, amazing production that the world has ever seen. You know, it's a video game movie, and that's not really like a vulgar term or anything like that. But take like the Sonic movie, for example. You know, that movie had some intelligence. You know, like, it was a pretty generic, like, blockbuster, all things considered, but, like, it was enjoyable for Sonic. Like, for people that didn't even know the Sonic franchise, they get to watch an enjoyable movie about a blue Sonic and his friends taking down the bad guys and winning the fight at the end of the day, with Jim carrying his way through the entire movie and just having a grand old time. And of course, for diehard Sonic fans, there's a ton of, like, you know, little references, little Easter eggs that, you know, just really, like, make them smile. You know, it's like, yeah, I went to go see this kid's movie as an adult, but, you know, I like Sonic, and seeing these little, like, I don't know, these little references, like live and learn in the climax, or I don't know, every little nuance that happens throughout the Sonic movies that appeal to Sonic fans, and stuff like that, I guess. And especially with an industry juggernaut of a game like Minecraft. I mean, Minecraft literally is the best-selling game of all time, and even before it was, like, officially given that title, because Tetris, you know, for the longest time was considered the best-selling game, even though just, like, it's considered, like, the idea of Tetris as a whole. I'm not going to explain it, but TLDR, Minecraft is now the best-selling game of all time, and is probably one of the most profitable multimedia franchises in the entirety of the world. And, like, just like this is the movie that we're getting, the game that has probably touched, like, I don't know, everybody and their mom and their dad and their grandma and their dog and everything like that. Literally a game that raised generations of children and that type of stuff. And like I said, you know, it's going to be a kids movie. I'm not expecting, like, you know, the greatest cinematic masterpiece of all time, but, like, it can at least be fine. Like, if it's just a generic blockbuster with some fun Easter eggs for longtime Minecraft fans, that would be perfectly okay. That would, dare I say, that would be everything everybody wanted, because nobody wants whatever they having here. Like, it just doesn't make sense as to why they're taking the approach that they are in making the movie the way that it is. And maybe for a little bit of devil's advocate, you know, maybe it was hard for them to make a movie. You know, it's difficult to make a movie about a sandbox game that has a unique experience for every single, like, player that has played it. Out of, like, the hundreds of millions of people that have ever played Minecraft, everybody had a different experience, because, you know, it's a sandbox game, unlike Sonic, where they're, you know, pseudo based off of the games, so they can kind of take notes from that to kind of craft a story. So it's, you know, fairly linear and that type of thing, and Minecraft isn't, because it's a sandbox experience. But, like, at the end of the day, like I said, just whatever we're getting is not what pretty much anybody wanted out of a Minecraft movie. But who knows, maybe at the end of this it will all be forgotten and nobody will care about the Minecraft movie like they do most other video game movies, like, I don't know, the original Super Mario Bros. Movie, or I don't know, the Resident Evil movies or something like that. It's all movies that nobody cares about anymore because, you know, they suck, and rightfully so. Nobody cares. What is... Hello, you can't escape your fates. I'm just gonna stand here and just left click, and it worked perfectly. Okay, it took a lot of skill to do what I just did, but luckily we managed to come out on top. All we need to do is we just need to meander my way into here. Gonna get a false sense of security. He smelled me. What even happened? He had to have smelled me. Oh my. But those are just some of my thoughts on the Minecraft movie. Like most of these kinds of videos, this is an open discussion. The floor is open. You know, I'm not a dictator, and feel free to let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. It is interesting to see everybody else's opinion on things like this, especially something as, I guess, controversial and big as the Minecraft movie. And maybe let me know if you're even gonna go see it. Me personally, I honestly don't even know, because like out of interest, you know, and because it's, you know, the Minecraft movie, and I'm in the world of Minecraft, of course, right now. You know, maybe I'll see it for that, but I don't know. Like, maybe out of principle, I just shouldn't see it because it just looks bad. I don't know. That's the major takeaway of this video. The movie's bad. 0 out of 10. Never watching it. But anyways, if you enjoyed, then, you know, feel free to leave a like and subscribe. That would be greatly appreciated. And yeah, I'm going to go off now and not watch the Minecraft movie. Or maybe I will. I don't know. Anyways, I'll see you in the next one. Take care.